Hello everybody and welcome back for episode 20 of the Doll Symposium. As always, I am your host, Shizusan, and my beautiful little bae over here is my lovely Chitose. So without further ado, why don't we just start today's video. Alright everybody, so as you could tell, today's video looks quite different, and that's because, well, actually, not only is it quite different, I'm also late by, I'm later than I wanted to be. I should have done this video, at least last week. However, I was in the bit of a remodeling thing, as you could tell. So I wanted to remodel my office because I've been working from home a lot, so I needed something a little bit, I don't know, easier to work around. With my work computer at home along with my regular computer. So I had to move my whole office around and everything. Now, unfortunately, that makes making videos a lot more difficult because I didn't plan around how to do my YouTube videos with this new setup, and I actually have less space now for doing YouTube videos, so that's why the camera, when I used to do this video, is actually right here where I'm sitting before, and then it would face that way, where I would be sitting and doing the video. So what you're seeing right now behind me, this is where the camera used to be. So it's not really set up for YouTube. Like, you can't really see much. Like, this is my board with all my kids' drawings that they did for me. I have like a little cork board up here, and this is a closet leading to a whole bunch of stuff back there. So, but this is probably going to be the angle that I'm going to be doing most of my videos on, at this angle, or maybe just straight against this wall, because I'm at the corner, right where I am right here. There's like the wall, that's the corner. So I don't know if I want it in this view or if I want it going face against this wall, but if I did it with this wall, you would see the door, which is right over here, and that might look a little weird, but you already see the door here, so I don't really know what's better. So we might be going through different iterations of how this video is going to look until I find something that works. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below about this whole thing. Anyways, so let's get on with today's episodes. And as always, we will do Dolphy Dream news first. So there's a lot of really cool stuff here. Well, actually, I shouldn't say a lot, but just really, really good information that came out from Volks. So first up, in this first picture here, Volks International has announced that Dolls Party 45 is going to be April 18th of 2021 of this year. Now, we covered this in previous videos, but the cool thing is we got more information on the exclusive dolls. So, as always, the Dolls Party 45 is going to be held at Tokyo Big Sight. The Volks News Volume 91, which is available right now on the Volks International website, has all the information of that in there. It hasn't been released, as far as I know, on Volks USA as of yet, but the info for Dolls Party 45, all the new outfits and the new dolls, is all in there. So speaking of the new dolls, let's go for the first one. So this one came out of left field for me. I wasn't expecting her, but we have Higurashi from the anime Higurashi no Naku Koro ni. I totally butchered that. I think it's Higurashi no Naku Koro ni. I don't know how to say it properly. All I know is by Higurashi. Everyone just calls it Higurashi for short. Anyways, that's it is. And that's the picture right here. It's going to be a new mini Dolphy Dream of Reina Ryugu from Higurashi. I believe she's the main character. I have the game, actually. It's a light novel game, and I didn't really play it. I got through like the first 10 minutes, and I don't like a lot of games where I have to read so much. I know that sounds really weird, but yeah, it wasn't really, light novels is not really for me. It's not really my kind of thing, but I've heard nothing but good things about it, and it's definitely a game that is not what you expect it to be. You see a bunch of cute little girls, you think it's going to be a slice of life, and it really isn't. It's a horror type of game. If you like horror, definitely check this one out because I've heard it's really good. But anyways, Reina Ryugu, I think, is the main character, if I'm not mistaken. Again, I didn't play the game. But that's her right there in this picture here. So she will be available starting from Dolls Party 45. So you get to order her in Dolls Party 45, and then you get her a little bit later. I think it's like May she'll be shipped out, for those of you that were able to go to Dolls Party, for those of you, I guess, that live in Japan, because borders are closed and nobody can go there right now. But for everyone else, we get to do it on the Volks International website, and that's going to be for April, what is it? online store, April 19th. So it's a day later than the actual event. So April 19th to May 5th is the pre-order time. Now, if you haven't already guessed, this is going to be a pre-order project. Now, usually pre-order projects, what that means is as long as you pre-order the doll within the given time frame of April 19th to May 5th, you're guaranteed to get that girl. This is not a lottery. You're guaranteed to get it, but it's a short turnaround time. Usually you have a whole year for this, and you usually have like 3 months for your pre-order period. It's usually like 2 to 3 months for pre-order, and then you have to wait an entire year. So I'm dubbing this the mini pre-order project because you really only got like less than a month. You have April 19th to May, is it May 5th? April 19th to May 5th. Yeah, May 5th. So you have less than a month to pre-order this girl, and then she will be shipped out in fall of 2021. So if you want Reina, you can definitely pre-order her from that time period, and you'll definitely get her from fall of 2021. Now, given the state of things, the pandemic, or shipping options, or whatever, it may be pushed back, but you definitely will get her. But for right now, it's fall of 2021. And for those of you that might be asking, she is a mini Dolphy Dream DDF3 body, but she is a normal mini Dolphy Dream. She is not a mochi ashi. From at least what I can tell from the description and the pictures that you can see, she is not on a mochi ashi body. She's on a regular mini Dolphy Dream body. Now, of course, you could always change that yourself by buying a mochi ashi body and just switching it out, but that's the way she comes. Now, as it has been for recently, for I think the past year now, in order to pre-order her, you do have to be a Volks International member, which is going to be the GL member for the global membership. There's GL, VS, and VIP, but VS and VIP is for those customers that live in Japan. So for everyone else that orders from outside of Japan, you have to get a GL membership. Now, it's really cheap. It's less than $5 for the entire year. For a membership, so make sure you do that so you can pre-order her. Her special site is also up, so if you go into Volks International website and you go to the Dolphy Dream page, because there's an online store page and a Dolphy Dream page, so it's two different things. If you go to the Dolphy Dream page, you can access the special website. I'm not sure if you can access the special website from the online store, but if you can, you can. But definitely check that out, and you can see all of her information there and all the additional pictures. She's also going to be released, as most new releases are, with a second outfit that you have to pre-order. Now, this is actually a separate price and a separate item, so make sure you go ahead and check that out. Now, the outfit, I forgot how much the outfit was, but the doll herself is going to be 64,900 yen, which roughly translates to about 600 US dollars, give or take, or whatever, you know. That's just a very general amount. But that's really everything for Reina Ryugu. She's definitely a cute little girl, and she's got her original school outfit, and then her, I guess it's a summer outfit for the secondary outfit. They look like slightly different. But if you do want her, make sure you visit the Volks International website from April 19th to May 5th to pre-order her. Now that we're done with Reina, now we move on to the next special doll that's being released during Doll Party 45, and that's going to be this Vocaloid girl right here, whose name is Mako. So, Mako is going to be released during Doll Party 45, and her pre-order period is going to be exactly the same. If you're at the Doll Party 45 event, because you live in Japan, you get to pre-order her starting on April 18th, and you will get yours earlier, which is going to be sometime in May. At least that's what it's slated for right now, is May. Now, if you're like me and you're an international buyer, okay, again, it's going to be just like Reina. You're going to go to the Volks International website for April 19th to May 5th, and your delivery is going to be fall of 2021. Now, you also have to be a global member in order to do this internationally, and her special website is up that has all her additional pictures and informations if you are interested. She is on a Dolphy Dream body, not Dolphy Dream sister, it is a Dolphy Dream body, and she's going to have a special Senban Zakura outfit that you can pre-order at the same time for a separate price. Now, this Senban Zakura outfit, I believe it looks almost exactly like Miku's. I'm sure it's slightly different. I think the colors are slightly different, but I could be wrong. But it is the same style outfit. I believe all the pieces are the same. If anything is different, it may be a slight color differentiation. But it's pretty much the same one that you can get for Miku. The Senbon Sakura outfit is going to be able to pre-order, I think I said that already, along with Mako during this event. Now, the funny thing is, okay, is that if you want to do this pre-order for either of these girls, for Reina or Mako, you can also do it on the Volks USA website. So Volks USA also has a Dolls Party 45 website on their US website. That sounded really redundant. But Volks USA does have a Dolls Party 45 link on their website where you can pre-order both Reina and Mako. And it's pretty much all the same information, but with a slight twist. So both Reina and Mako are available to pre-order online from April 19th to May 5th. The same time period as the Volks International website. The difference is that with Volks USA, is that the shipping will start in the winter, not the fall. So Volks International will send out your orders in the fall. Volks USA is slated to send your stuff out in winter of 2021. It's also another twist that yours will be done sequentially. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Volks International does the same thing. The sooner you pre-order on Volks International, you'll be part of the first shipment, the second shipment, or the third shipment. So Volks USA is doing the same thing. It's just that they list it. Like, Volks International doesn't really list if you're going to be in the first shipment or the second shipment or third shipment. They don't really say that on their website. But traditionally or historically, that's how it is. Like, usually the earlier you pre-order, you're going to be in the first shipment or the second or the third. But Volks USA does let you know that yours will be sequentially. So if you want to order from Volks USA because you're more comfortable, or you can't get the Volks International website to work for you for whatever reason, because I know some people have been having issues doing that, or if you just simply don't want to buy a global membership for Volks International, you can always pre-order them on Volks USA. It's just you have to wait till winter of 2020 in order to get your dolls, and it will be sequentially. So the earlier you pre-order on Volks USA, the quicker you will get your doll. You'll be part of the first batches. Now, as with Volks International, both Volks International and Volks USA could be prone to back orders. Or no, is it back orders? No, not back orders. The right word is delays. Could be prone to delay. So if you're slated for fall and there's a delay, you might be winter. And if you're slated for winter and there's a delay, you might be spring. So just keep that in mind when you decide to pre-order either Mako or Reina. But those are the two big dolls that are being released that we know of so far. Those are the big names. Usually there's only one pre-order project a year, and this one is pretty short. It might be because of the pandemic. Maybe that's why it was shorter. I don't know. But you figure if there's any other releases, like big name releases for the rest of the year from Volks, they will most likely be lottery, since this is our pre-order project right here. Even though we did technically have two pre-order projects, because Hatsune Miku, the Snow Miku version, was a pre-order as well. But just keep that in mind. If you were waiting for another doll, or if you heard rumors of another doll that's going to be released this year, that one is probably going to be a lottery and not a pre-order project. But who knows? I mean, things may change. This is the time of the pandemic where a lot of new changes are happening. So yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. But that's really everything for the Dolphy Dream news. I know I took a lot of time with that. It's just there's a lot of information to cover, and I wanted to make sure all of you got everything that you needed. Now, if I missed out on anything that you think is important, let me know in the comment section down below so everybody else can go and see that as well. Now let's move on to some Smart Doll news, as there is quite a lot of Smart Doll news. Now, we were prepared for it. Danny Chu did say March is going to be a big month of releases. Now, it was a big month of releases. It's not as big as some may have hoped for. A lot of us were waiting on other announcements, which didn't happen. But in addition to releases, there were also announcements for new projects coming out. So maybe that's what he meant by a lot in March. So we did get some releases, and we got a lot of new info on girls coming in. So let's get started with that. So first, let's talk about what is available. Both Smart Doll Strength in Coco, Smart Doll Strength in Coco is available now. She was available. She's subsequently been sold out, or not sold out. She's been put on the cap, which I'll explain in a little bit. But she's been put on the cap, so you can no longer purchase her. We talked about the cap in previous episodes. Smart Doll Fortitude in T was also released, and she was put on the cap. So that's another one that you can't get right now. But both Smart Doll Strength and Smart Doll Fortitude were released and have reached their cap limits for this month. I think I have it in my notes talking about the cap later on. I just want to make sure so I can... No, it's not. I'll talk about it now. I'm sorry, I didn't my notes. I'm like so tired right now. Okay, let me talk about it right now. So we did mention in prior episodes that Danny Chu is putting a cap to products for each month. And that's to assure quality instead of quantity. So he doesn't overwork his workers, and also because the pandemic, they're only open like 4 days of the week. So there is a cap on how many dolls or apparel is released for that month. And then after the fact, those dolls may either never be available again, maybe, and that's because maybe it didn't sell. But if it didn't sell well, then it wouldn't have hit the cap, if you understand what I mean. It would probably still be available. But most of these girls who hit their caps for the month and they're no longer selling anymore for that month, they will be back when Danny Chu is able to make more of them. Now, he has created a new part on the Smart Doll website. So if you go to the Smart Doll website, and I think it's under the dolls, it's under the dolls picture. There's going to be a countdown. And it is up right now for Smart Doll Strength and Coco and Fortitude and T. There is now a countdown window that shows you how long it'll be before that doll comes back. As of the recording of this video, I believe the countdown says like 7 days. Excuse me. I think it says 7 days, if I'm not mistaken, for those particular girls to come back. So what that means is when that countdown basically hits 0, she'll be available to order again. Now, how many pieces they restock for, I don't know. It could hit the cap for that month again. So if you want that girl, make sure you go to the website when that thing hits 0. The problem with this is that this is going to create click wars. Click wars is a big thing. And some of you might not be able to get your dolls. This is a thing that's happened with Volks a lot, and a lot of people don't like it. This happens for a lot of other things too, like if you want to buy video cards, it's the same thing. For video cards, it's the same thing for Gundams. If you want to get Gundams, I remember when I wanted to get my Perfect Grade Gundam for the original RX-78, that was a huge click war, and the websites, they don't really handle that much traffic. So usually Smart Doll website has no issues. Volks USA, Volks International has no issues accessing to their websites and buying things or looking through pages. But when things happen like this and they're released at a certain time frame, because the server administrator that hosts, that particular website is not ready for that traffic, it crashes. It gets overloaded, it gets crashes, you try to put things in carts, it doesn't get there, or somebody gets it before you because you were still loading, depending on your ISP and what kind of internet connection you have. Maybe you're still loading to put it in cart and somebody's connection is faster and they were to check out before you and the thing is gone. So that's the only problem with these type of things, with the countdowns or, when things are released on a certain day. For those of you that buy Dolphy Dreams a lot or from Volks a lot, you're pretty familiar with this happening. But if you buy from Smart Doll, this is fairly new to Smart Doll. The only time this has ever happened is for limited releases for anime collaborations like Spike or, Maki or any of the anime collaborated or DC collaborated figures in the future. Those usually sell out really fast. Like within a day, the fastest I've seen is within an hour. So for things like this, you just really have to be prepared to possibly not get the doll you want. That is the thing that can happen. I just want to warn you and let you know if you are new to this hobby and you don't understand how these things work. It is a possibility that when that countdown hits 0 or a new release comes out, you will not be able to get that girl because it's been sold out. it is an interesting distinction to make that this is only for girls that have been released, hit their cap, okay, for that month, and that are coming back. Okay, this doesn't count. The countdown thing doesn't count for new releases that have never been released before. Example of that is the blue skin tone girls. Those have not come out yet. Now I know some people own them because they have done the what's the thing called again? The pebble. They bought the pebble where you don't know what you're gonna get and it's just random, and they've gotten the blue girls. They have been out there because of that, but they haven't officially been released where you can purchase them outright, like where you can just pick, I want this particular blue girl. That hasn't happened yet. So for those particular things, you need to hit the notification button on the coming soon page, and you'll get an email letting you know when they'll be released. It is the same thing in general, it's just different ways of notification. It's just for girls that haven't been released yet, it's an email notification. For girls that are coming back, that have hit their caps for that month, it is a countdown. So I hope I explained that well enough that you guys would understand, and you're prepared for what is going to be coming up, essentially. Now that I've explained that part, which took quite a bit of time, but I just want to make sure that you guys get the information. Now, some of you out there that are watching this, you're like, yeah, we know this. We've been through this, Shizusan. I know that, but not everyone that watches this channel is a veteran, so to speak, in this hobby. Some of you might be really new, and just getting into the hobby. So I just want to make sure that everybody that watches this particular episode in general at least knows that that is something that happens and you got to be prepared for. Now, there's a bunch of prototypes that were announced this month as well. So let's go over some prototypes. So in this picture here, you have Smart Doll prototype Dimension in T. Very cute. I really do I liked Dimension before, but Dimension in T is really nice. And then she has no ETA, so we don't know. This is just a prototype of her. She hasn't gone into production yet. There's no coming soon page yet or anything. We don't have any ETA, but she's definitely a cutie. Now the next one up here is a prototype for Smart Doll Knowledge in T. Also a cutie in T as well. These girls in Cinnamon look amazing. And in T, I don't know. Sometimes when the girls carry over to T, for me personally, I like them better in Cinnamon, or I like them better in Cocoa, or whatever. But for whatever reason, these two girls in particular, Dimension, and then this one here, Knowledge and T, both of them look really, really good. I do like them in T much better. But of course, Knowledge, no ETA as of yet that we know of. Now here's another one. This is another Smart Doll prototype. This one is Curiosity. Now this one is in Cinnamon skin tone color. We have no ETA for Curiosity, but this one's pretty cute. This one's also an interesting one because this was a collaboration design with @MikiLutecia from Instagram. So definitely check out their work on Instagram, @MikiLutecia. They have some really cool stuff, but she worked with Danny in order to make this Curiosity girl. Again, like I said, no ETA on her, but these are some announcements that came out in March that I wanted to let you guys know of. Now here's another announcement Danny Chu's posted in this picture here of another Smart Doll prototype. This one utilizing the G07 head. Now this is the G07 head sculpt for semi-real dolls. And she features the new, Danny Chu's calling the teardrop eyes. So it's got like a little bit of a teardrop like shape instead of like Chitose's a little bit more, it's not fully oval, but it's kind of like that thing. I don't know how to explain it. It's different than some of the other girls. This is more teardropped. And not only is it more teardrop shaped, Danny says that this version of it is more amplified teardrop shape, which is more emphasis on the teardrop than other dolls. Because the teardrop shape has appeared in other dolls before. It's like a slight little version of a teardrop eye. For the life of me, I can't remember which particular girls had the teardrop shape, but this one is a little bit more pronounced. And you can see it there, like the way it is. Like you see the sharp point at the top of the teardrop and how it like kind of opens up. It's definitely really cool. I actually think this girl's she's really cute. Like the maple brown wig with the, I can't even tell, it's like a grayish bluish, maybe like a grayish bluish eyes. And she has like this, how do I best explain it? She has like this lost in thought thing. I guess the way that Danny Chu expressed it, how it lost in thought, that's really the best way to come up with it, because She does kind of like that thing, like if you're like gazing out the window or something, you're just thinking about something. I don't know. That's how she looks. She's definitely a cutie. I am interested in this one as I don't have any semi-real girls as of yet. I do have a couple semi-real girls that I do want. I just haven't gotten around to purchasing them because I am a huge fan of the anime styled girls. Now there are some of you out there that are like team anime or team semi-real, or some of you that I like both of them, it doesn't matter. I'm definitely more of a team anime, more so than a team semi-real, but I do like them both. It's just I haven't found the one that I like so much that I'm like, I gotta have it now. Like, I gotta have it. That was the case with Entropy. I really wanted Entropy, the original version of her. But unfortunately, the version of her that I did like, it didn't make the cut. And Danichu made another version and released that one. So I was like, oh, let me get the Entropy when she comes up on the Prototype Garage, the original version, because I really want her. I wasn't very quick on the trigger with that, because when she did come up, I wasn't fast enough. Somebody nabbed her way before I could get there. But even so, she was really high priced and I couldn't afford her anyway. So whoever got her, congratulations, you got a really cute one. But speaking of Entropy, Danny Chu has posted this picture here of a new prototype of Entropy. Entropy is getting a version 2, an Entropy semi-real version 2, and this one is the version with a little bit more nose. Like, Danny Chu has been making that move recently, if you haven't noticed, for a lot of his semi-real girls to go from the no nostril look, the smaller nose, to a little bit more pronounced nose with the nostrils in there. Ever since he did it with Monday, he's liked the look and the design of it, and they're sticking with it. And it looks like they're moving them over to this new open nostril that they can breathe kind of thing. At least that's the way he's been putting it. Now, it's not a definite that this version 2 of Entropy is going to be made or not. It's still on the back burner. Danny Chu wants to know your thoughts. Put it in the comment section down below. Also put it on his Instagram or Twitter, wherever the picture is for Entropy version 2. Let him know if you want her to be made, because she may or may not be made. We need to hear from you, all you lovely doll people out there, which one you would like to see. Now, I did say that a lot of semi-real girls are getting this update for the nostril thing, but not all of them. Some of them are going to stay exactly the same, and some of them will get the update. Danny Chu hasn't decided which ones. As of yet, he's going to definitely do the update, but this is definitely one of them, and he wants to let you know that it is going to happen. Now, another one Danny Chu wanted to let us know in this picture here is Smart Doll Genesis version 2 is now in production. So both the semi-real version and the... no, not the semi-real. I'm sorry, I'm talking about the wrong one. Genesis version 2 is in production right now. It's going to be released. We have no ETA. The thing I was going to talk about was for the next part. I'm so sorry. So that's Smart Doll Genesis version 2. We've seen pictures of her prior before that Danny Chu has floated around, but he just wanted to let us know she is now currently in production. Now, let's move on to the next one. So Danny Chu has posted this picture here of Smart Doll Valiant semi-real. Now, Valiant semi-real version is cute too as well. I'm team anime. I definitely like the anime version better, but this is the semi-real of Valiant. I know that a lot of you have actually voiced your opinions how you like the semi-real version actually better than the anime version. So definitely, if you're looking for this one, keep an eye out for her. There is no ETA on her, unfortunately, as of yet, but she is in production now. But both the semi-real version, see, this is what I was saying before, the semi-real version and the anime version will both be frontline girls. They will not be seasonal. They will not be taken off. They will be there as of right now, quote-unquote, forever. So she will always be available. So whenever you see frontline or mention for a frontline girl, most likely they will be there for quite some time before they're even taken off, or maybe never taken off. Like Mirai is another frontline girl. Mirai will never go away, as Mirai was the first. She is the future. She is the mascot for Smart Doll. There's no way Mirai is going to never be a frontline girl. But Valiant is going to be a frontline girl, as Danny Chu has voiced that he has a soft spot for Valiant, especially with the I always mess up the name. Ventiglio. Because she has the Ventiglio, she's definitely going to be a front girl for years to come. I don't see her really disappearing anytime soon. Now, Danny Chu has posted in this picture here. Every video I get worse. I don't know what's wrong with me. Smart Doll Unity is getting the semi-real treatment. So the bad part about this is that it's possible, Danny Chu didn't say definite, it's possible that Unity's anime version is going to be discontinued and may not stay around. Tears for me, because Unity was my favorite Coco girl that I wanted. It's just I don't have any money for her right now, so if she does get discontinued, unfortunately I probably won't get Unity. But my second favorite is Liberty, and I think Liberty will be around for a while, so I do have the opportunity to still get her. But if you like Unity, the anime version, make sure you purchase her as soon as you can, because the possibility of her not being around anymore is high, and she may only get the semi-real treatment and stay semi-real. We don't know that for sure, but Danny Chu's just giving us that heads up that it is a possibility. So if you like Smart Doll Unity, make sure you check out his website, get the anime version before they're all gone. Another thing that Danny Chu has posted is in this picture here. This is an interesting one. Danny Chu has posted what he's calling, or it's not really he's calling, but that's really the name for it, the ostomy bag. So, for those of you that are not familiar, ostomy is a procedure that happens to you when you have intestinal issues. So you have to have like a surgery done where you have this bag that is attached to you that will catch your stuff. Your excrement, the stuff that your waste from your body, because unfortunately you cannot do it on your own, so you need some help, and they have this ostomy bag. It's apparently a very how do I say this? It's a common procedure. There you go. It's a common procedure. There's a lot of people out there that do have this procedure done. And especially in Japan, there are restrooms pretty much almost in most places that really accommodate to people that have ostomy bags. I don't know if I've seen many of it here in the US. At least maybe not the places that I frequent. I haven't really seen them, but Japan does have those in their restrooms. And Danny Chu is making this as a thing for anyone that has an ostomy procedure done. You will get one for free. Now, it's still in production and research stage, so it's not officially released. But he is saying that if you have this procedure done, you will be able to get an ostomy bag for your smart doll for free. Now, he didn't specify, he didn't go into specifics yet, I'm assuming, because it's still in research and development, it's still in production, but he didn't specify how you would get it. So I don't know if you just send an email and say, I've had the procedure done, can you please send me one for my smart dolls? And then he sends you one. Or if you have to buy a doll and you mentioned that you had the ostomy procedure done and you get it free with that doll. I really don't know. And it's really, to be honest, it's too early to say how it's going to work out anyways. But I just wanted to give you that heads up in case those of you that were thinking about it. There is no real plan on how that's going to be divvied out yet and how you're going to prove it or anything like that. But he's just saying that for those of you that do have the ostomy procedure, you will get them for free. Now, for those of you that don't have the procedure done, but you would like it for your smart doll, you would like it as an accessory piece that you would like to add, either for the background story of your doll, like let's say your background story for your doll has the ostomy procedure done, you would still be able to purchase it separately, but it wouldn't be free. You have to, pay for it. I'm assuming that he's going to work something out on how you would get around to, proving it and getting it for free, much like he's doing with his program for the, what's it called? The amputee, the legs, like the metal leg that he's working on in production. I'm sure he's working out some way. He just hasn't gotten around to it yet on specifics, and even if he hasn't released it to us yet to actually know about it. So just want to let you guys know, just in case some of you were wondering on what's going on with that. Now, let's move on to some other stuff. So we're going to talk about now what I like to call the Smart Doll Land updates or announcements, because that's pretty much what it is. Every now and then, Danny Chu will post pictures of what's going around in the Smart Doll Land shop. What they're working on, what they're doing, staff stuff, etc. So let's cover that in this last section. So first off is shipping. So ever since the pandemic started, we've been having our shipments done by DHL or FedEx. We've been having those carriers working for Danny Chu instead of EMS, because EMS does not ship, at least as far as I know, to the United States. I don't know what other countries are blocked off from EMS, but I'm sure it's quite a few. But yeah, EMS is down, so DHL and FedEx is what's going on. Now, DHL and FedEx charge Danny Chu as a company more money to ship the items. So therefore, we as consumers should be charged more as it increased for shipping. But the way Smart Doll is working it out, Danny Chu and Smart Doll Land is working it out, is that we don't have that change. Danny Chu is doing us a favor by charging us the same amount he charged us for EMS, even though DHL and FedEx costs more. He's eating the cost, okay? Just letting you know that he's eating the cost here. So for those people that were wondering, that's a thing. And shipping orders are usually shipped between 2 to 5 days. It's usually 2 to 5 days to get your order together and get it shipped out. Now, DHL, at least for me and for a lot of people that I know, has been really quick. DHL and FedEx has been really quick. Like, people have had stories where they order something from Smart Doll and literally get it 2 days later. Or even wherever you are the next day. That hasn't been for me. But for me personally, I've gotten them within like 4 days, I think, or 5 days. It's been pretty quick for me. But yeah, it's definitely quicker. And we do have to thank Danny Chu for not charging us that extra charge that DHL charges them. Because if you're one of those people that orders other things, like myself, like I order Gundam stuff from Japan, like all different kinds of things from Japan, and I've been doing it a lot less now because since you can't do EMS, DHL is super expensive. Like, to give you an idea, I would order a Gundam online from Japan, and EMS shipping would be like $20, maybe $25. Now it's like $85. I wanted to order this Gundam that I really wanted, and it's super rare, and I had a hard time getting it, and I finally found one that's available. And then the place that I was ordering it from was like $125 to ship it. That's a lot. Can you imagine your Smart Doll orders going up that high for your shipping? Like $125, $150? So we do have to thank that that's happening. Now, the reason why I'm bringing up shipping, okay, is because Danny Chu has also been doing another thing that's really nice for us, is that if you do multiple orders, so let's say you bought a pair of jeans, right? And then the next day, you're like, oh, I just came into some money, or I didn't think about it last night when I made my order, but I want to order a top and some shoes now. So you would make a secondary order. So usually if Danny and his team can catch it soon enough, he would combine the orders and you would only pay one shipping. In some instances, they even went out of the way and called the carrier to bring a package back so that they combine the shipping so that you save shipping and you would only pay one shipping charge instead of multiple charges. This is becoming a little bit more of a daunting task, and it's been taking up a lot of time as people have been doing multiple orders a lot recently for whatever reason. I have no idea. Maybe we're all being forgetful. I know I am. But he's saying that this is no longer feasible for him to do. So if you make multiple orders, maybe if you bought something in the morning and you wanted to buy something later on that evening, maybe that's pretty much soon enough to do that you can do that. But if, for example, you bought a pair of jeans on Monday, and then on Wednesday, Danny just announced that he released a new pair of shoes and shirts that you want, so you order it on Wednesday, the odds of your Monday and Wednesday being combined is no longer a feasible thing. It's most likely, I don't want to say definite, but it's most likely it won't be combined. Now, if you're lucky enough to have it combined just because your package has been sitting there and it hasn't been shipped out yet, great. But don't expect it to be combined as much anymore as it used to be. Especially for those times when Danny was asking the carrier to bring the packages back so that he can combine your orders. See, that's not going to happen anymore. I'm even surprised that he did that. That's pretty cool that he did that. But that's no longer viable. So that's just a thing I'm updating you on that he mentioned in his post. is that multiple orders, you may have to pay multiple shippings depending how far apart your multiple orders were, okay? So it's definitely a thing that's happened, and the Smart Doll team has done an amazing job combining orders, but it's just been taking up too much time and resources, so most likely your products now, if you have multiple orders, will have to pay separate shippings. It's unfortunate, but it's just the way it is. Like, sometimes it takes away from other things that the team needs to be working on. Now, another thing to update you guys is the customer product page. So for those of you that know, anything that you buy from Smart Doll Land, whether it's a doll, an accessory, clothing item, what have you, you can go on that particular page, that doll's page or that apparel's page, and you can post your Instagram picture of your doll wearing that apparel or that specific doll, or you can even have YouTube videos posted there, as I have a couple YouTube videos on the Smart Doll website of my unboxing videos there as well. This has gotten an update. It's gotten a revamp, an update, whatever you want to call it. There's like a new way of submitting your things. Now, in doing so, some of the older pictures or some other pictures have gotten lost or have had issues. The Smart Doll team is working on it to try and see if they can get them back. But if not, and it's gone, just resubmit it. Just resubmit it. But they're trying to see if they can get some of those back. There is just a snafu that happened when they switched over to this new program on the website. So the cool thing about this is that instead of submitting one at a time and hitting submit and then doing another one and hit submit, you can submit multiple ones at one time, which is pretty cool, and it makes your submission process a lot faster. So that's definitely a new thing that's on the Smart Doll website. In addition to this, Danny Chu has mentioned here on his post of something that's very cool and I think is very interesting. And some people may like it and some people may not. I'm for it. I think it's a very cool idea, and it rewards people that really, really like the company and have spent a lot of time and effort and money on the company, so to speak. I mean, it's basically like a rewards program, sort of. But here's how it works, okay? And it's not definite. This is just a small overview that Danny has mentioned to us. He didn't say specifics or specifically, and he didn't say how many times it will be done, okay? So just be aware. I'm letting you know. He didn't say too many specifics, just a general idea of how it works. So here we go. Top contributors to the Smart Doll website that submit Instagram photos or videos, the top contributors a few times in a row is what he said, will receive a free Smart Doll of your choice. What does that mean? So if you buy a Smart Doll, like let's say you buy Chitose, not this version because she's no longer available, but let's say you buy a Chitose or a Fortitude or a Mirai or whatever, and you take pictures of her on Instagram and you post it on Instagram, you go to the product page and you post your picture, you submit your picture of Mirai under the Mirai page, or you bought those Takashin boots and you submit those on the website page, or you bought the Icelandic jacket, you take a picture, put it on Instagram, submit it on the Instagram page. You get the idea. If you were the top contributor for that page, right, with your picture, and you were a top contributor on another page, and another page, and another page, several times, he said few times in a row, then you will get a Smart Doll of your choice. Now, I don't know how many people will be roped into this program. Maybe one person a month. Maybe one person every other month. Maybe one person a year. He didn't specify, so I just want to make people know and understand there's no specifics on how many times this is going to happen or how many people will get to contribute. Now, you might be thinking, cool, I'm going to photobomb the website. I'll take 30 pictures of Mirai, just Mirai, because I just bought her, and I'm going to submit 30 pictures of Mirai on the website. That's not how it's going to work. He specifically said that's not how it's not going to work. It's not based on how many photos or videos you can post. It's based on product count. So if you bought a Mirai and you posted a Mirai, that's one product count. You bought a Mirai, you posted one photo of Mirai on Instagram, that counts as one. You bought a shoes, you post one photo of the shoes, that counts as one. So you can't buy one pair of shoes and do 30 pictures of that one shoes. That's not going to work. So essentially, if you really want to boil it down to brass tacks is how many products you buy, you basically will get a free doll. Don't quote me on that. Don't be like, Danny Chu, Shizusan said this, you have to honor it. No. This is just my interpretation. My interpretation of what this possibly means. I could be 100% wrong. I just want to let you guys know and understand that. But my understanding from reading this post is that the top contributors, the people that have basically spent the most money at Smart Doll Land, will be rewarded with a Smart Doll. And in a way, if you think about it, that's kind of fair. That is kind of fair. The people that contribute to the company the most will get a reward for being basically the best customer, I guess you could say. So I'm going to put an example here. If I buy 3 dolls every month, now I know you don't have to, I'm not saying you have to do this, okay? I'm just giving an example, an exaggerated example, okay? It's an exaggerated example. But let's say you buy 3 dolls in 1 month. You post 1 picture of each doll in that month and you submit each of those dolls on the product page. And then in that same month, let's say you bought a new pair of jeans for one of them, a new shirt for the other, a new shoes for the other, and like a new accessory cap for the other, you know, and then you did pictures of those and you posted them one time on the website. That, you spent a lot of money. Let's say you did that. And then the second month, the next month, you bought another 3 dolls and another couple accessories for them, and you posted a picture on there. That's like 6 dolls already and a bunch of accessories. Danny Chu might be like, wow, this person, guy, girl, whoever it is, this person really loves Smart Dolls. They really like my stuff, and they've spent a lot of money here. I'm going to throw them a bone. And I don't know how he's going to do it. Maybe he'll send you an email or something. He'll send you an email or something and be like, hey, would you like a free Smart Doll? Which one do you want? Maybe that's how it works. Now, that is a grossly exaggerated example. I'm not telling you to buy 3 dolls and a bunch of accessories every month. I'm not, it's an example. It's just an example, and it's a hugely gross example and a hugely exaggerated example. Please don't take it that you have to do that in order to get a free doll. I'm just saying. It's not based on how many photos. It's based on product count. Okay? And I don't know who's watching the Smart Doll website, whether it's him himself or a team member or somebody that's delegated that month. I don't know. But that's basically how it's going to work. Now, I spent a lot of time on that because I know a lot of people are, you know, to be honest, a lot of people are not for this. There's a lot of people that don't like it. There's a lot of people that don't think it's fair. There's people that think that they can buy 1 doll, post 1 picture, and it's like a lottery in a way. Like, because they did that, their name should be put in a drawing or something where they'll pick out of a hat and it's like, boom, your name came up and now you get a free doll. If you want to think about it that way, sure, that's kind of a cool way of doing it, but that would be it's like a lottery system. Like, a lot of companies do that. My favorite Gundam shop does that. Is that every $10 you spend, they'll put your name into a basket, and at the end of the month, they'll pick 1 name from that basket. So if I spent $100, I got 10 tries in that basket, and then you get free Gundam stuff. That's one of the websites that I go to. They do it that way. That's like a rewards program for them. That's not how it works here, okay? If you like that form of getting free stuff, then unfortunately Smart Doll Land is not for you. That's not how it works there. This is based on product count. Danny Chu mentioned it's based on product count. So how many products you buy and how many of them that you, and whether or not you post those particular products onto the website, you will be rewarded. Enough said. I don't think I can say it any more clearly. If you have any questions, please put it down in the comment section down below. And again, I don't know if this has even gone into effect yet. It might be just an idea on the top of his head that he just mentioned in this post. But I just want to let you guys know, and just to be very as clear as I can be, that you guys just understand what's going on. Now, my last thing I want to say. This is a long video, guys. My last thing I want to say. A lot of the semi-real girls released or announced, there has been a lot of semi-real girls announced as of late. It's been Danny Chu's baby for the past year, really. For the past year, there's been a lot of semi-girls in total announced. And to be fair, there were a lot of anime girls before because there were only anime-style girls before. So, in doing so, Danny doesn't want to make you guys feel that those of us that are team anime are left out. And it's like, oh no, Smart Doll's going to go semi-real, and then anime is going to be phased out, and there's no more anime-style girls or anime-style girls. Oh, I don't like Smart Doll anymore. I'm going to not buy from them anymore. That's not the case. Danny Chu has been working a lot on semi-real girls. That's definitely 100% true. He's been releasing a lot of semi-real girls. That's also 100% true. But he wants to let us know and assure us that those of you that are team anime, coming this April, there will be quite a few announcements for new girls coming to team anime. So, for those of you that were worried that the anime is getting phased out, I am team anime. Although, I guess to be fair, I'm team both. I just haven't purchased a semi-real girl yet, but I do prefer the anime style. That's just my personal taste. I do like the semi-real look. It definitely looks cool, but like I said earlier in the video, the only one that caught my eye was Entropy. That really caught my eye, and the version of her that I liked didn't go into production. So I'm waiting for that next version. And there has been a lot of girls that I did like. Dimension, Nostalgia, they all look really cool. Even Independence, at first I fell in love with, but it wasn't that, like, coup de grace, you know what I mean? You know what I mean, right? That one where you see that girl and you're like, oh, gotta have it. Stalking the website page till it's gonna be released. Like, hasn't happened for me yet for a semi-real girl other than Entropy. But for those of you that are team anime, wait for April. And as of the filming of this video and when it's going to be released, April's coming really fast. It's within a few days. So hopefully we'll get the announcement of the new anime girls sometime soon. Okay, so that's everything for today's episode of the Doll Symposium. It was long. I know, guys, it was long. There was a lot of information because we're covering a whole month of March worth of info. And I went into a lot more detail than I usually do for some of these topics, because I like talking about this stuff. So I ramble a lot, and I know you guys know I ramble a lot. But I do like to talk about dolls. So if you just want to sit down and listen and do other things, maybe that's great for long videos like this. But yeah, I mean, sorry it was long. Another reason why some of them are long and I've done a lot of explaining in a lot of these is because, okay, me personally, I've been seeing a lot of social media about the hobby in general. Not just Smart Doll, not just Dolphy Dream, just the entire hobby in general, of people stating their opinions on how things should go, how things should be run, how things should be priced, how expectations are. Like, people expected one thing and got another. So I just feel like I don't really post too much on social media, like my opinion, like on things. So I figured, let me just give my opinion in my videos, since I'm more of a YouTuber than I am a social media like Instagram or Twitter. I use Instagram, I use Twitter, mostly to announce my YouTube stuff. So most of my opinions, if you want to know what I think, are going to be in these videos, and I've been voicing more of it as of late in my videos because of the way that they're formatted. As those of you that have been watching my channel for a very long time, 3-minute Thursdays is what this channel used to do a lot, where within 3 minutes, which eventually became much longer to 10 to 20 minutes. But the idea was to just blurt out news to you and be like, this is coming, this coming, this coming, the end. And a lot of people like that format. But there were others that wanted to know more or wanted to know what I thought. And I used to do that in the comment section, but only the people that asked those questions really saw what my reply is, unless you're one of those people that like to read every comment that maybe, you know, you saw it anyways. But for those of you that don't go to the comment sections ever, you just kind of like watch the video or listen to the video and then you're done, you missed out on that whole dialogue that happens in the comment section. So I'm voicing more of my opinions now in my videos. Take it for what you will. Some of you may hate it, some of you may like it. I don't know what else to say. But yes, I do understand that this video is long. But that's the end of the Doll Symposium part of it. Now's my favorite part, the community shout out. We have 2 submissions for this week of the community shout out. 2, which is really cool. So let me get my phone out here so I can read them out to you. So for my very first submission, which is submitted in this picture here, this submission is from Madison, and I'm going to read you what Madison said here. My name is Madison, and I'm young and new to the vinyl doll world. Welcome, Madison. My Dolphy is Mini Dolphy Dream with head 10 sculpt, like the DDH 10 sculpt. I've had her for a few years, and your videos and the Doll Fairies videos on Liliru are what made me fall in love with dolls. Thank you for watching and supporting my channel. Also, it's pretty awesome. You watch Diana, the Doll Fairy. I watch her too. She's very cool. For those of you that have not watched the Doll Fairy, definitely go to YouTube search bar, type in the Doll Fairy. You'll meet Diana there. She has a great YouTube channel. Definitely check her out. But yes, let me continue. I did her face up myself, and I hope to improve and get more dolls in the future. I thank you for inspiring me and letting me find my new and most loved hobby. Well, thank you for submitting your entry for the community shout out this week. I think your doll is very cute, and she's holding a cute little, I can't tell what it is. Is it a monkey or like a bear or something? I can't tell. Let me know. Put it in the comment section now. Let me know what that cute little thing is. But I definitely think that's really cool. You were able to, so I'm assuming, according to here, you bought the DDH 10 sculpt. So you bought a blank head and you did. Okay, Doll fam, we're back. I'm sorry. My card got full and it just auto quit on me. So let me just continue here. So your doll, if it's a DDH 10 head sculpt and you did the face up yourself, that's a pretty good job. That is a pretty good job. I like her combination of the color of her wig and the eye color. Very nice. And it's your first attempt. Your very first attempt. Not bad. Keep up the good work. Keep working on it. And thank you for participating in today's episode of the Doll Symposium's Community Shoutout. So let's move on to the next one. This one is, let me just post the picture up. Here's the picture of this one here. And this one is from Hitomi Dolls. So I'm going to read out the message from Hitomi Dolls here for you. Give me 1 second. All right. So it says here, hello Shizusan and hello everyone watching this video. I hope you are doing well. My name is Hitomi and I've been watching and enjoying your channel for about half a year now. Thank you for supporting my channel. I'm glad you like the content. Your videos always bring a smile to my face and are such a joy to watch. Thank you for always bringing us the newest doll-related news. You're the best. Thank you for those kind words. I don't know about the best. I do what I can. I try what I can. But I'm just grateful that you are finding it interesting and informative. And I thank you for watching and supporting my channel. I've been wanting to participate in the community shoutout for quite a while now, but I had been waiting on a very special doll to arrive. This is my Smart Doll Classic Journey. She was my dream doll, and last November my boyfriend got her for me as a gift, which I will be forever so thankful for. She has been on the way for 4 whole months and only just arrived today. I never had a package on the way for that long, and needless to say, I was in a constant worry. Happens. I mean, it just happened to me really recently, and that's a hint. There's an unboxing coming. But now that she arrives safely, I think it's quite a funny coincidence that out of all dolls, this had happened to Journey. She went on quite a journey indeed. That she has. As you can see from the pictures, she is an elf. Elves are my all-time favorite, and so I had to make her into one. I'm still thinking about the perfect name for her, but I already adore her to pieces. I am so happy and thankful to finally own my dream smart doll. My Instagram is Hitomi Dolls. I am still relatively new to the doll community and still have a lot to learn when it comes to doll photography. But I'm having a blast so far. Wishing you and everyone watching the very best, Hitomi. So thank you, Hitomi, for participating in today's episode of the Community Shoutout. I do have to say, your smart doll journey, your classic journey, looks super cute. I know I say that about all the dolls, but that's because all the dolls are super cute. They're all super cute. And I love her little pink, like, I guess it's like a pink suede-ish kind of dress. Definitely really cute with the little flowers on her head. I like her a lot. And I'm glad you were able to get your dream doll. Because unfortunately, in this hobby, not everyone gets to get their dream doll. Some of them are just really unobtainable, either because they're not available anymore, or because they're way too expensive, or even they're just hard to find. But I'm glad you were able to find your dream doll, and thank you for participating in today's episode of the community shoutouts. And for your little thing about photography, listen, I don't know about everyone else out there in the world, but I'm in the same boat with you. I've been doing this for quite some time, and I'm still new to photography. Granted, I don't spend a lot of time on it, but when I do photography of my girls, when I do post my Instagram posts and everything, it's tough. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. I tried to do some research about it and tried to learn about lighting and ISO and all these different things. And there's a lot to take in. There's a lot to getting a great photo. And I've been told a lot that natural lighting is the best. And it seems to be, in my experience, that has been the best I've gotten pictures to look rather than artificial lighting. But other people have done a lot of artificial lighting and have great pictures. One person in particular that I can mention is a person by the name of Orchid Dolls. For those of you that don't know, you can search her on Instagram under Orchid Dolls. I believe she's under a lot of different things in Facebook and Twitter as well. She does a lot of indoor photos with artificial lighting and soft boxes and stuff, and great photos. She had a video I think she released on one time she did a panel on how to do photography for dolls. That was really cool. Definitely check her out. She has a lot of artificial lighting photos that she has done. But definitely I've seen a lot of people with, or not a lot of people with, but a lot of people express that natural lighting is definitely the best that you can get. So that's my little tidbit on photography. But again, there's a lot to learn with photography, and it's good that you're trying. Because that's all it is. It's just practice. Like anything else, you want to be a great football player, basketball player, tennis player. It's practice. That's all it is. There's more practice. The more pictures you take, the more you practice, the better you'll get. But thank you, Tomi, for participating. And I'm glad you got your dream doll. I have yet to get my dream doll. Although I should rephrase that. Cheryl Gnome is my most favorite anime character of all time. And I was fortunate enough that when I got into the hobby, her pre-order project came up and I was able to get her. So my favorite dream doll, I think I do have. My Grail doll, which is my most sought after doll that I've pretty much always wanted and I've been unable to get so far, still don't have. I'm not going to say what my Grail doll's name is. And it's only because she is really rare and it's really hard to find her, and I haven't been able to find her at all. And I don't want to put the word out there because if somebody else finds her, they might steal her from me. I know that sounds so selfish. Oh my god, I feel so bad just saying it, but it's like I've been looking for this doll for literally since I got into the hobby. And I have not been able to find her. And she's pretty rare. She's pretty rare. And she's not rare to the point where she's so expensive either. Like Saber Lily from Dolphy Dream. That one is like $4,000. You know, that's way too much. I'm not spending $4,000 on a doll. It's just this doll that I really want. I just haven't been able to find. I can't find her for whatever reason. But maybe one day. Maybe one day I will get my Grail doll. But thank you, both Madison and Hitobi Dolls, for participating in today's episode of the Community Shoutout. If you want to be featured in the Community Shoutout, please submit it to my email here at dlwshizusan@gmail.com. That is posted right here. Just make your submission there, and make sure if you want to be featured, you're going to have a few things. One, a photo of your doll, or photos, many photos. I can't do 100 photos, but like if you have like quite a few, like a couple photos, I can probably show those on here of your doll, dolls, you and your doll, whatever you want, as long as it's family oriented. I don't need any non-family pictures. If you do submit one, I'm not going to reject you. I'm just going to ask you if you could please submit another photo that I can use, but make sure it's family friendly. Also, make sure you let us know what the base doll is. Like Madison told us, it's a mini Dolphy Dream with a DDH10 head. Hitomi mentioned that hers is a Smart Doll Journey Classic. So just let us know what your base doll is in case we can't figure it out because you have modified the doll or made the doll look different. And then if you would like, leave me a message, anything you want to say to me or to the doll community. And lastly, where you can be found if you want to be found on social media. Like if you want me to tag your Twitter page, your Instagram page, your website, your Etsy store, your YouTube page, anything like that, just put it in the email so I can give you a shout out so that others may find your social media account and find your content. But that's really it for this very, very long episode of the Doll Symposium. I do apologize for it being so long. Maybe I should look into doing a podcast because a lot of people do podcasts and those are like an hour and a half long and they just like talk and talk and talk. I don't know. But I like the way the format for the Doll Symposium is now. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below, what you would like to see. I am still working on my new secret project. Not new. I've been working on my secret project. It has not been completed yet, unfortunately. I am still working on it, and it has been consuming a large portion of my time. But it will be coming out. It will be coming. I promise you, it's coming. Okay. Thank you, everybody, for watching. As always, I am your host, Shizusan, and my lovely assistant today is my very gorgeous, my beloved Chitose. So please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video.
This is our time, this is our life. Sometimes all you need is a smile to get by.